my goodness. Family, I miss quota. As a matter of fact, I technically have missed quota twice. In this video, I am going to be talking about three things. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about why I believe I missed my quota as an account executive. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is what am I going to do moving forward to prevent myself from ever missing it again. And then the third thing I'm going to talk about is how should you be preparing yourself right now if you are planning on entering into a career in tech sales. Hey family, let's start off with a little context. So September 11th, 2022, both my wife and I began this channel when we first made a decision to really move forward with pursuing a career in tech. Now, January 9th, 2023 was my first day of work as a lead development representative, similar to sales development rep, business development rep, okay? So I started in that position, and then I was pretty quickly promoted to an account executive, probably about 3 months and 3 weeks into my role as a lead development rep. So now that brings us to this moment on June 30th, 2023, when I am filming this video. I started my position as AE account executive on May 1st, okay? Part of that month was training. We was kind of sent out on our own for a portion of that month. I missed quota by a little bit in that opening partial month. June was my first full month on the floor. And y'all, I hit around 90% of my quota as opposed to 100% or more. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I did not want to film a video of saying anything negative about my performance. I absolutely crushed it as an LDR, and I have not been filming much lately because I've been looking to crush it as an AE so that I can report all of this good news to you. But I got to keep it 100 with you. I do want to be transparent with you, so I'm just making a video anyway and just letting you know that I kind of bombed it on this one. However, it's all good. I still got a job. We're moving forward. So let's dig into why do I feel like I miss quota? Well, for one reason, I feel like I miss quota simply because I'm new to this industry, right? I mean, it's a learning curve when you're entering into an entry-level position in tech sales, like a sales development rep or something like that. And I was in that beginning role as lead development rep for a brief while. I was doing really well. The chips just fell how they fell. Everything lined up right. And then bam, I had the opportunity to interview for account executive. I made it. And now I'm like sitting in this position like with these superstars. It's veterans in this circle, right? It's some people who's in this space that's been doing this. I am just new. It's a learning curve. So I have to just come to grips with that. I did apply a lot of time outside of work and just extra studying, extra preparing, but it's all good. We're going to correct some things moving forward. Another reason why I believe that I did not hit quota is it's partially because it's kind of been a lot of things going on in my personal space. I don't really like to say stuff like that because I'm not like really like the whole excuse type and wanting to think that, you know, my external circumstances or what have you is like affecting me. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's been a lot of things on my plate, a lot of things on my mind. And look, it's all good. It's all working out. And hey, I am probably going to talk about some of the stuff a little bit later in the future. But needless to say, you need your mind when you are at work in tech sales, okay? The business to business sales, the consultation, you're dealing with real people. You're dealing with some people who are really looking to change the trajectory of their business and their personal life that's tied to these business ventures. And so when you're looking to speak to them, you're doing consultations, you're going through discovery questions, when you're doing your research and your homework leading up into even finding these potential buyers, It takes a lot from you mentally when you're involved in this space. And another reason why I believe that I didn't misquote is because I just need to tidy up some things like in my administrative organizational world. Like that's not really like my thing, right? But in this capacity as an account executive, which is it's a closer. Like the entry level, I don't know how much you know about it as you're watching this video, but like sales development rep, business development rep, these positions, they're entry level. They are like the hunters that are whetting the appetite of potential buyers. But then from there, they're setting the appointment to the account executive. The account executive is the one that goes through kind of like the longer conversation, the longer selling cycle, and ultimately collecting the money and then satisfying that need of the customer. Okay. And so the little areas of me just not being as organized as I should in certain things, right? That's exposed in this role, right? So I just got to tidy up some things. And so yeah, there we go. So what do I plan on doing moving forward? Well, listen, family, I plan on coming correct to work every single day. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think I've been coming wrong to work, but I mean really correct. Like really showing up to work early, very consistently to the point to where I can just get myself in the groove, start getting myself acclimated to my call flow, reviewing my appointments ahead of time, reviewing what my tasks are ahead of time. That's something that I really want to begin consistently doing moving forward into the next month. Another thing is I just plan on following the plan, y'all, right? So like with the company I'm with, a lot of training has went into preparing us, training, coaching, procedures, call flows. I plan on sticking to the flow, sticking to what's in front of me. And that way, when and if I do fall short in certain areas, then I can go back to my plan and I can see maybe where I started kind of coming apart in certain things so that I know more precisely what to correct. Okay, family, so you're watching this video, you're planning on looking to get into the tech sales space, or you've already started moving in that direction. What should you be doing right now? How should you really be preparing yourself for this arena? Well, number one, you want to make sure that you have determined that this is for you. Like, just make sure, right? Don't get caught up in too much of the hype and the smoke and all of that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong now. I count it a blessing. I'm very happy to be in this position. I get to like sit at home, work from behind my laptop. Like this stuff, it's pretty cool. I ain't got to go outside in the heat and stuff like that. Commuting to work, it's really cool being in this space, right? And at the same time, you got to make sure that tech sales specifically is what you want to get into because there's different routes in the tech space, right? You're looking to get into the tech space. You have the information technology that could potentially lead into like the cybersecurity route, right? So you have different options that you can get into. So just make sure you're doing your homework properly and then just assessing that this is really for you. Embrace the learning curve, okay? If you're looking to get into this industry, obviously that means that you don't have experience in this industry specifically, right? So it's a learning curve. Embrace that. You may have already started the learning curve. You're watching this video, you're educating yourself, you're Googling things. You know, you might even jump in some type of course or something like that. Listen, you're learning right now. The learning is not going to stop. Once you get hired, the learning will continue, especially if you want to be good. Because when it comes to making money, which I'm assuming that's one of the primary reasons that you are watching this video and considering getting into the space. You need to be effective at your role, which means that you need to constantly be learning to improve, get better, and ultimately outperform most people around you. So just embrace that, right? Embrace the idea of reading books, embrace the idea of watching sales videos and understanding sales methodologies and things of that nature. So just look at this as a season of learning, but it's a season of learning that has the potential to pay off big. And last but not least, choose a path and just go for it. okay? You could sit and you can research and look, do that until you feel comfortable. At the end of the day, once you've made your decision, just go, okay? It's not going to be easy, like straight up. It's not going to be easy even landing a job. Once you land the job, then you need to keep the job or work hard to get promoted and advance in your career, and maybe even open the door for other opportunities to move into other areas in the tech space. At the end of the day, you just need to choose your path and go hard, okay? Now, it's no secret. My wife and I, we are affiliates with the Tech Sales Course Careers. It's actually the path that I took and my wife took. I completed the course. I got the certificate. My wife, she started. She never completed, but she landed a job and is still working in the tech industry right now. So what's the benefit of getting inside of a course? Well, it just streamlines all of the information that you're already searching for on the internet, and it brings everything into one location, and then it orders it step by step for how you should follow a plan as you are looking to get into that space. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and family, we're gonna see you on the next video.